Hello, everyone. Welcome to Observer Live. I'm your host, Gary Keith, and I'm here today with Tamira Rutter.
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. So Tamira is a candidate for Clarksburg City Council. She's crazy.
Heck yeah.
Anybody who watches the show and has watched me knows that my experience on City Council was not, didn't live up to what my expectations were, so I'll never run for that dude. You don't have to worry about me as competition. I was stupid enough to run for something else, but it's not quite the same thing. We can talk about that later if we get into it. But let's just start with you. Give me some background. Let's just start there. How about that? Tell me about you.
Of course. I'm currently a full-time student at Marshall University. I'm obtaining my master's in public admin.
Master's?
Yes, very hard, but I love it. I love staying busy. I just bought my first house with my husband. We've been married for 3 years.
Your husband is Marcus.
Yes, Marcus Rutter.
Marcus also ran for council.
Yes.
He did.
You know, unfortunately, he didn't win, but we're both striving for...
Did he not want to give it another shot? Why did it end up with you? Or was that a fight in the house? Was it like, I'm running, no, I'm running?
No, I was just surprised that he decided to run. And, you know, he tried his best. It didn't go according to plan, but then now it's my turn, you know?
Hey, let me tell you, don't ever feel bad for losing an election. I've actually never won one. I lost one and I tied one. Okay. But I took the win on the tie, so I've never won.
Yeah, you got
to. So tell me more, like, where are you from?
Yeah, so I'm born and raised here in Clarksburg.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I can't leave the city, you know, too much to do. And that's why I'm running.
Can't get away.
Yeah. And that's why I'm running. Sorry.
What high school did you go to? That's important.
Oh, yeah. I went to Robert C. Byrd.
Oh, thank God. If you would have said Bridgeport, I wouldn't have been able to vote for you.
Cut it out. Yeah. Get this girl out of here.
We don't have to be nice to Bridgeport on this podcast because they can't vote in our election.
I love that. Bridgeport, get out. I graduated in the class of 21, and then I immediately went to Fairmont State with
21.
Yeah.
Man, you are really young. You're making me feel old.
I feel old. And I got my political science and national security intelligence degrees at Fairmont State. And then I also went to Arizona State and got a public policy and public service degree.
Oh, my God.
A little overachiever. And then I decided, you know what? Why not go for my master's? So I'm currently in my master's. I love learning.
Really? Do you know what kind of people you're running against for city council? Like, why aren't you running for Senate or something? I mean,
oh, no,
you're like way
those are big dogs.
I feel like you're way under your league here.
No. I think, you know, what matters is that I care about Clarksburg, and I feel like everybody else who's running for council also cares. And I think, you know.
That is actually true. In my experience with council, the first time I ran was 2013, so I've been at this for a minute. Woo! Yeah, so it's been a while. And I can tell you almost everybody, definitely the ones that have been on council, and probably at least 90% of the ones that have run too, none of them have ever been like bad people. Like, it's always people, especially like I said, the ones that won. Now, like a couple times there's been a couple ding dongs that got like 20 votes. We won't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
But the people that have been on council, like, I could name on both hands, you know, the people that I really respect that have been on council. And it's really a terrible job.
Really?
I mean,
oh my God, don't tell me that.
People don't understand what a terrible job it is. And especially the people who run once and get back in there and run again. It's like, you really got to have dedication. Because like I said, I have no interest.
Really?
Like, it was...
Don't tell me that.
It was pretty stressful.
Really?
It's a stressful thing.
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be boring, you know?
Oh, I don't think it's boring. It's what you make it. Okay? Yeah. It's what you make it. Because there's... Once again, I won't name names or we won't get into people, but there's people up there right now that are just like furniture in some cases. Mm-hmm. They don't do anything. They just like to follow and agree and smile and get their picture taken.
Yeah.
Those people know who they are. We don't have to name them.
We don't got to name any names.
With your background, I'm guessing you're not going to be one of those people.
No, I'm hoping not. I feel like I have the education and the background. I have a great foundation in understanding how governments work and how they don't work. So, you know, why not put it to the test and get hands-on? Give back to the community that gave to me.
So before I turned the camera on, we were talking about what she does for a living, and I was super impressed. Let's kind of go over that again.
So, yeah,
Don't say anything you're not allowed to say.
Yeah. I'm a state policy analyst for a consulting firm in DC. So I work with policy and community focused roles, and I make sure that, things get done correctly and they work for the people.
Me and you would not get along on council.
Really?
Because you know what I do? I'm like all passion.
Oh, really?
I don't make sure anything's done right. That was kind of my problem. I'm like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes we have to back up and redo things because I did it wrong. But I always had the right intentions. I always had the right intentions.
That's all that matters. Passion and determination.
It sounds like, I'm going to put words in your mouth here. So if you're on council, they're going to be doing a lot of stuff right.
That's the goal.
Like, your shit a little bit, huh?
A little bit. Sometimes it pains me when I sit in a meeting and not saying there's no decorum or there's not structure, but there's definitely, I feel like,
misunderstanding.
Yes.
I think that, even Robert's rules, which aren't complicated, it shouldn't be hard to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like people put a lot of, and I'll put myself in that category too. I thought I understood them until I got on council. And then I got there and it's then the lawyer would be like, oh, you did this wrong. You did this wrong. You need to do this, or we need to back up, or wait. He'd be raising his hand. Let's not do it that way. But that's why we have a lawyer. Mm-hmm. That's a different subject. We won't get into that. But somebody like you could be really, really, really useful for, I don't know. So what part, when you say you make sure they're doing things right, tell me about are you working on grants and things like that, or you're actually working on legislation?
I'm actually working on legislation.
Oh my God.
And compliance and making sure that, my clients and stuff.
I'm so intimidated by how smart you are right now.
No. I just relax, do the work, live life.
So, I guess, what do you see when you watch our current council meetings, from your expertise? Now that I know you have this crazy expertise, and I got to tell you got to do a better job getting your message out, because I didn't know anything about you, and I'm ready to vote for you now, 20 seconds in. Okay. I'm getting excited about you now. That's
my fault. Sometimes I slack on the door to door because it's just downtown's very frustrating to me, and then driving, I hate driving. People are so rude driving, and then but when I look at the current situation, I don't know, it's just like you've mentioned, there's passion there, there's good intent. It's just
there is,
there could be more structure and more of a path that someone can make sure they're guided correctly on.
Well, and I think one thing, without even knowing you, one thing I love about you already is that I don't feel like you would have any deep connections to people. Because of your age, I feel like people haven't had a chance to dig their hooks into you yet. Because that's a big problem at all levels of government.
Yeah,
it's a huge problem in Clarksburg, because this super small group, I don't want to say they control things, because I don't want to sound like I'm a conspiracy theorist, but they make you uncomfortable when you're doing things they don't like. They hated me. Absolutely hated me.
Oh, no.
The newspaper, for example, absolutely hated me.
I've seen a few things.
Yeah. We fought publicly.
Good.
They did op-eds about me, and they would never sign them, and it made me so mad because I never know who wrote it. I didn't know who to go flatten their tires.
Sign your work.
But, the thing about this town, though, we can have a great idea sometimes, and all these great intentions and everything going right along. And then one guy who lives in the area of what we're doing will call on the phone to 3 people, and then they just back out.
Yeah.
They're nah, don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, they get cold feet. Yeah.
And I have one great example, but I don't want to make people mad, so I'm not even going to drop it. I'm going to just keep it to myself. But some people, Jerry Riffle knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Me and Jerry are tight. I don't know how he's going to do in this election. I'm not giving him any special points, but I feel like he is the only one on council right now that has this more social thinking. I feel like everybody else is just dollars and cents, and people don't matter. And I want more social people.
Exactly.
Like, can you be my social person?
More community driven.
Can you care about kids?
Yeah. Great. I'm young. That's one of my focus areas is youth engagement. It's just sometimes when decisions are getting made, I like how I not evaluate people or not people on the board or whatever, the city council, whatever. How I like view their decision making is like, is it going to help them now and bring in money now, or is it going to build a path for the future, if that makes sense, for the youth
and
the community. And that's like a big thing because I'm part of the younger generation. I understand what's working, what's not working, what is needed and what's not. Like, yeah, you could say 30 years ago, you might not. I mean, you may know, what's needed, but you can't speak for all of 20-year-olds in Clarksburg trying to make a life. So like,
how old do you think I am? I'm not that old. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty old.
No. Oh God.
So let me just give you an example and let me ask you. I'm going to throw this is an ongoing policy thing and it's still going on. And if you're elected, you'll probably have something to do with this. So have you ever heard them talking about the splash pad?
Mm-hmm.
So the splash pad was a huge thing. We fought clear back when I was on council over where the splash pad was going to go. It's like VA Park or Norwood Park, or can we put it downtown somewhere? We had discussions about a couple spots downtown. So our city manager, who's spectacular, I don't know what your feelings are on Tiffany, but I love her, got it done. She got the money. She got the grant.
She gets stuff done.
And all they had to do was match it. And
they did.
Unfortunately, the grant was for it to go at Norwood Park. So when I tell you about that quiet contingent of people who control things, those people didn't like that. They said that's not in Clarksburg, but it is. If you don't know that, I'm educating you right now. Norwood Park, though it's on the other side of Nutter Fort, actually used to be the fairgrounds.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So it was Clarksburg's fairgrounds. Okay. So it is Clarksburg's property. That is a Clarksburg City Park. Okay? But some of the council turned out against it because it's Nutter Fort, as if it doesn't benefit our citizens.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just ask you, I'm going to put you on the record with this. Would you support a splash pad at Norwood Park?
I would.
See, like you're answering all my questions correctly right now. Because it's right there. I mean, are Clarksburg people going to use that? Where do you live right now?
I live in Adamson.
Okay. Yeah. So do you ever go to Nutter Fort, or is that like a foreign planet to you?
Oh, no, I go to Nutter Fort. No, it's like you mentioned, like just because it's not directly in the center of Clarksburg, this downtown, doesn't mean people aren't going to go to it and benefit from it.
And it's I think that's City Park.
That's what we need more like viewpoint is that, it might not be exactly right where we want it, but if it brings people in, if it benefits the community, if people are happy and want to invest in Clarksburg, then why not?
It's a grant. I'm sorry I brought that up, but I started thinking about when we were talking, and it's kind of like the not in my backyard thing, but it's the opposite. It's like, don't spend money somewhere else. It's like, I don't know. I don't get it, but we have so many, underprivileged people who have underprivileged kids. How nice would it be to have something free like that? And I think, the reason I bring up that one thing is because I think a lot of people care about this kind of conversation, because I think this is the biggest mistake that we've made over the years is not doing anything for the youth. And Bridgeport's whipping our asses. Have you been to the Bridge?
No, I haven't, but I've heard nothing but great things.
Dude, it's so nice.
I'm afraid to go and then like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
I had a membership for a little while. I actually canceled it when the weather got a little bit nicer, but I'll probably go back this winter just because it's not cheap.
And it's just like a community hub, right? Like just a community center?
It's so freaking amazing. It's freaking pools and basketball courts and workout and a giant indoor track. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. And here's the thing. So you've heard about the talk about the Y, right? The Y property on top of the hill. That's going to be another big sticking point, because it's going to really be up to this next council coming in. The three people that are elected can pretty much make the decision. I mean, if those three people came in and wanted to do it, you could do it. And actually, we won't get into this yet. Maybe we'll talk about it in a little bit, but it could be 4 people.
Yes.
So don't worry about if you come in 4th. I don't know how much the Clarksburg voters have even realized this, but 4th is going to be a very interesting position in this election because Martin Howe is running for county commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
So if Martin goes, you'll be glad to know, I'll tell you, I'll give you a little history lesson.
Okay, I love history.
The way it used to be, when someone left council, they used to be able to just pick anybody they wanted to replace them.
Mm-hmm.
But a council a couple years ago, including me and Jimmy Marino, changed that rule, and now they have to take the next highest vote getter. They have no choice. It's in the paperwork. They don't get to pick their buddy or bring in somebody they like. Or usually what it was, they'd bring in a patsy that would vote for them pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't mean anything to do with the real patsy when I say a patsy. But fourth place is very important in this election. I think that's something the voters need to know. And also, I don't know. When you have this big election, though, where 4 people are getting elected, the 4 people getting elected can do anything they want to do. And the reason I got into that conversation is because the why is going to be a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we got to be careful with that why, because it could be a total drain of money, but it could also be spectacular for Clarksburg.
Exactly.
However, the danger, I think, is, and I want to know kind of your opinion on this, is if they try to compete with the bridge, they might as well just lock the doors right now. You got to do something completely different. So have you heard what they're talking about?
The last thing I heard was they were discussing whether or not to put like an amusement park up there.
Adventure
keep
park.
It how it is. And then they were going to have somebody do a test on it. Not a test, but
Right. They got the
whatever that
Healthy
group is.
Harrison.
Healthy Harrison, yeah.
They did a study on it, and I guess they've already done it, and they talked about it in one council meeting, and I watched it, but I think they're still just kind of sitting on it. And really, at this point, they should sit on it because with the new council coming in, it should be your decision.
Exactly.
But what they want to make it is like outdoor stuff, like climbing, maybe zip lines, things like that. What do you think about that? Do you think that would work at the top of the hill? I'm kind of mixed. I'm in the middle. So either way you go, I'm not going to disagree with you.
I'll be honest. I haven't really thought much about it.
Yeah, it's...
Because I feel like, we have the YMCA, like the culture and the history of it, and everybody loves it. But at the same time, I agree with people who are concerned about the position and the location.
The location sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
And
I think that's why it's never been successful.
Mm-hmm.
After a million tries and the city giving them money multiple times, it just doesn't ever fly.
Mm-hmm.
But
I definitely think there's potential there. However, like you've mentioned, I don't think we should have it in the back of our mind to compete with the bridge. It's never going to be something like that.
It's not going to be.
And
the bridge is unbelievable. It's millions of dollars. We don't have millions of dollars. So we have to do something more creative.
Yeah.
Like we can't just dump millions into a bucket. Like it's not a build anything you can dream kind of thing.
Yeah, sadly not. I wish life was like that. No, but there's potential. It's just I don't think that it's going to be such a great idea for, like a community center, if that makes sense. Like I definitely think it should be something within the community, but it's definitely not something that's centered around like youth engagement or something that's centered around, for the young population, because most of the young population has working families. Right. You can't just drive them up there after school. And then there's a lot of
transportation is definitely an issue.
Yeah.
And the other thing that people don't think about today, I don't think, is that how much Harrison County is not just Clarksburg anymore. We've sprawled out so much that transportation is actually a much bigger issue than it even was 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. I mean, and if you go back even further than that, it's ridiculous. I don't know if you're aware, but Clarksburg actually was about 55,000 people at one point.
Oh no.
We're 15 now. So where'd they go?
They left.
Most of them went out of the county.
Yeah.
Some of them are just completely gone. Mm-hmm. But we also have spread out. I'm a real estate agent too. Everybody, it seems like everybody except me in West Virginia, because I don't want to mow grass, but everybody wants an acre or 2 acres. Or they don't want to be next to people. Me. I don't want to mow, so I don't want grass.
I love mowing, but I don't want all that grass.
I have enough grass. I feel like I have a lot of grass. I have plenty. I don't need any more. So let's talk about kind of your priorities. So if you are elected, let's talk about like your first 90 days. I don't know. So what will your goals be?
I think short-term wise, let's start with my priorities. So, like, we could all sit here. We all live in Clarksburg. We all understand, what needs done.
Sure.
We could sit here for the next 2 hours and talk about everything that's wrong with the city.
We might. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we might. But I think my main priorities include economic development, including, like, supporting small businesses. And I'll get into later, like, my ideas with that. Vacant property revitalization, beautification. If you make a city look good, people feel good in it. And then youth engagement, obviously. I'm a young person. I definitely believe, we have to start investing in our future. And a lot of people are like, yeah, let's make sure our kids, have something, but never act on it. You can't expect them to grow with the city if you don't give them paths to grow with it. So, yeah. Short term, my first 90 days, I love to initiate small, not upgrades, but like just small, what's the word I'm looking for? Like just small things that make a big difference, like making sure sidewalks are, able to be walked on and not sidewalks. Driven on.
We don't even have sidewalks. We don't even have roads. Forget about the sidewalks.
You know what? Actually, let's address the road
This
situation.
is a freaking third world country right now.
Oh my God.
Now, this isn't going to be an advertisement for me, but I am running for water board just because I'm so pissed off about this right now. I would never ran for it. You know how bad I want to be on the water board? Not at all.
No.
Like, I did not grow up dreaming of being on the water board. I promise you.
One day I want to be
I'm
on the
just
water
mad
board.
at them.
Yeah, that's why I'm running to. I'm like, I'm just tired of all the potential the city has going underused.
Right.
And so yeah, my first few months, I'd love to see small improvements, such as like, street signs, making sure they're not bent over, stop signs, doing.
God, just little things, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I did when I first got elected to city council, and I made so many people mad. So many people got mad at me.
So I shouldn't be taking notes on this.
I made so many property owners mad. I literally took a yellow legal pad and I started at Go-Mart and I walked down the street and I wrote down everything I had a problem with.
I walked
all the way down to like the state building and I walked back on Pike Street, back the other direction.
Heck yeah.
And I came up with like 4 pages of shit for people to fix. And code enforcement. And I'm like a complete asshole. If you don't know this yet, you probably do from the internet. But I was like, beating my hand on the desk with code enforcement. It's like, go fix these things tomorrow. Of course, through the city manager, you know that. You can't yell right at code enforcement. And most of the time, it's not those guys' faults anyway.
Exactly.
Like everything we do in this city, and this is something I always had a huge problem with, everything we do in this city is completely reactive. We don't try to fix anything ahead of time. Mm-hmm. We wait until somebody complains.
Exactly.
And that's a huge mistake.
A problem for everybody.
It's a huge mistake, but we're always so far behind, there's no choice. And that's kind of one of the things I learned on city council. I wanted to change that, but it's like you never get caught up. Mm-hmm. So you can never... Anyway, I walked both ways, legal pad, and wrote down everything I had a problem with. And all that stuff got fixed. It was great. And then the next council meeting came in, there were like 10 people there, property owners, who used to be friends with me that were all...
And this was before or after you were a real estate agent? Or currently?
I was a real estate agent too. Yeah, so then like 10 property owners actually showed up at the council meeting, and they were all so pissed that they got tickets written to them by code enforcement, and they had to fix things. And I never did it again because people were so mad at me that it wasn't worth it. This one guy in particular, and he actually, I won't even say who it was, but he accused me of targeting him because his son was a real estate agent. And he had these signs up on the side of the buildings that were super ugly. And you can't do that. Mm-hmm. You're not allowed to do that. That's something you can't do in the city if you're not aware. It's called off-site advertising or something like that. You can advertise for your business, but you can't just throw up a freaking billboard on your building. You can't do that. It's not a thing. Like Lamar can do it because they have licenses and stuff to do it, but like you can't just decide on your building one day, we're putting this here. Like it looks like crap too. And they didn't look good. They were falling apart. And he had to take them down. And he's like, oh, he did that because he's a real estate agent. It's like...
That's the least of my concerns.
And there was one person, House of Delegates, not in there anymore. She left her signs up for like 4 years. Mm-hmm. And she was mad because she got a ticket for not taking her signs down. Like, if you have signs up, take those damn signs down. That makes me so mad. But anyway, so yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from on that. And small things like that can make a huge difference. And people don't even think about those things. And we waste so much time on dumb things that... So you also get into a problem. I'll tell you another problem you get into.
Oh my.
Whataboutism. Have you ever heard about that?
Mm-mm.
So, like, the green trash cans are a huge problem. So they did a crackdown a couple years ago where they started writing people citations for not pulling their trash cans. Now, generally, they weren't even charging them anything. They were just saying, start doing it or we're going to start finding you. Well, people went crazy because, like, what about this house down the street where they don't mow the grass? Or, you know, what about this guy who hasn't painted his house?
Yeah.
So then it's like...
becomes like pointing fingers. And
we only have 3 or 4 code enforcement officers. I don't even know how many we have right now, but it becomes exactly what we're talking about. We're so far behind that we can never get caught up. But dumb things like the trash cans, they really are important. Like, the trash cans look like crap. You know.
Big old green.
When you drive down some of these streets, and some people never pull them in, and I don't think people realize what a huge, like, turn-off that is. Like, it's one of those things, if you live in a neighborhood all the time, maybe you stop noticing it. But if somebody comes from Bridgeport, they notice it.
Oh, my God.
Like, you don't go drive. They would not get away with that. If it was sitting up by the curb, like, it's like crime in Bridgeport. I always make fun of the Bridgeport policemen. They're spectacular. But if there's, like, a shoplifter at Target, like, 4 cars show up, they're, like, sliding across their hoods.
Not today.
It's the same thing with code enforcement. Like, we're under able to take care of things, and they're over able to take care of things. Like, our police officers, you know, if we have a domestic call, they have to go fight like 5 people, 1 guy. In Bridgeport, it's like 6 cops and 1 guy. It's like the opposite. Yeah. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But yeah, you're on the right track. I like why you're thinking there. And that kind of like brings me to one thing I had written down here. Do you think that... Okay, so I get annoyed sometimes when I watch city council meetings. Difference between problems and distractions. Do you get any of that when you watch? Do you feel like they get too deep in the mud on things?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems like they could be focusing on more important things. And that's why I love your background, because I feel like maybe you wouldn't fall into those traps. There's some people that fall into those traps and some people that don't. A lot of it comes down to, I think, caring how much people think of you. I don't know. Anyway, though.
Hey, as long as I get stuff done, I don't care. If I were to get elected, I'm there to get stuff done and make the community better. So if I don't care if, you know, you don't agree with me, like.
So since you're the policy boss, have you like dug through the ordinances? I mean, is that?
Sometimes I really got into it.
I feel like you're a nerd, and you've probably
before I bought my first house. Yeah, and we went through all the ordinances, and you know, something else.
Go for it. Don't be afraid. Look, let me tell you right now, this may be the best opportunity you have to meet and reach voters right now. Like, I do have like 500 subscribers, and usually every video I watch at least gets about 1,000 views. There's no other crappy advertising you can do in politics right now that's going to get your actual message out as much as this.
I think a lot of the ordinances are, I don't want to say poorly written, but they're just not clarified. And I think it creates loopholes.
There are so many loopholes.
And then with that structure issue of the ordinance and codes being, you know, either not up to date or just poorly written, then we get into the trap of, okay, now we're going to have people who have find loopholes, and we need to have like code enforcement officers to enforce this or to do that. And then, you know, nobody wants to work for the city. So, you know, nobody's going to do anything. It's just a cycle that needs to be broken somehow. And
I wouldn't mind being a code enforcement officer. When I retire from my real job, I might do that. That might be my retirement job.
We're going to have Gary Key.
Oh my God. I'm telling you.
Everybody pull your trash.
Somebody probably shoot me within a couple weeks.
Oh my gosh. And it's like, it's just like, okay, say you are a code enforcement officer, and then like, you're never the good guy.
No.
Okay? You're just never the good guy. And yeah, people just always point fingers, and it's like, okay, well, you got me on this. How about, you know, like you mentioned, like down the street, he hasn't cut his grass. Like, okay, yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I'll give him a citation too. Like,
right.
It's just,
It's crazy.
We're so far back.
It's really hard.
I feel like
it's really hard starting from where we are right now.
Yeah.
So I feel sorry for you. You know?
And like even like thinking about the downtown construction, it's like that's something that should have been not even the construction, but like the pipes. That's something should have been addressed multiple years ago.
1977 is when they found out how detrimental to our health lead poisoning was.
Yeah, and it's like now we're trying to catch up and. It's creating such obstacles, terrible construction. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful that we're finally addressing this. And I'm grateful that we had the opportunity.
That's asses.
Okay.
If they would have done this one street at a time, it would have been so much nicer.
I was going to get there. I was going to say, I'm grateful for the opportunity that Clarksburg had to do that. My problem is the management, the oversight, and the delivery of it.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. It's like, if you try to find information on it, you can barely get any information on it. And then...
It's very sketchy.
Yeah.
It's very sketchy.
I wasn't going to say it. You said
it. I promised myself to make a point not to talk too much about the water board because I don't want this to be a campaign commercial for me. I want it to be one for you.
No,
it's hard not to talk about the water board when they're going to us right now.
Yeah.
I got a new windshield in my Jeep yesterday.
Nice.
And
Congrats.
I had to go to West Virginia Auto Glass in Eastview. Mm-hmm. So if you're aware... That is the absolute longest path you can take right through the middle of downtown Clarksburg. And I'll tell you, by the time I got to the bridge in Broadway and had to sit at that temporary light, I was so freaking mad. And I don't know how much you know about Jeeps, but they don't ride very good.
No, I
and all the way through town.
I don't know how you do it.
I was like,
like, oh my God.
Actually, until I drove all the way across town the other day, I almost forgot why I was running for the water board because I don't even really want to win. Like, if I don't win, I won't be unhappy at all. Mm-hmm. I'm probably the only person in the election that really doesn't care. I only signed up because I was mad.
Oh.
But
I care.
You definitely care. I can tell. So, yeah, it's hard not to talk about the water board, and we shouldn't just blame the water board. It's also the gas company and blah, blah, blah.
It's just everyone, you know?
And the city, the sewer, it's the whole thing. They're doing all of it, but my God, man, we went from, a decent, nice little downtown to like a third world country right now. I mean, we got worse roads than the poorest place in Africa right now. It is terrible. Like we're the other side. We're the other side of the world. We're like bombed out right now.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, we are.
It is so bad.
Hate the description, but yeah, you're right.
And the other thing, what I think is important to somebody like you that's going to be coming on to city council is like, this has not been a project without damage. Like, this has damaged us. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like the people on city council right now, they can't do anything about it. Like, they're just scared to even talk about it, which I don't blame them. It sucks so bad, and they're not in control of any of it. They have no control over this. But businesses have definitely failed because of this. And not to mention just even like secondary things, like when this is done, like they're doing this right in front of my house right now. You just came through here. My house probably have 2 inches of dust on my whole house right now. Our whole downtown looks like that right now. Like what? I almost think that the next city council, like when this is done, they're going to almost have to do power washing. I don't know if you have the city, if you have public works actually power wash all the buildings. Something. I mean, it's almost worth buying them a power washer or make the fire department do it. I don't know what you do, but you got to do something.
With the hose needs to.
I mean, we can kind of jump right into what your ideas are for helping small businesses, but this water board project, man, I don't know how we come back from this.
It's testing everybody's patience.
And, not even just patience, but I feel like some of these businesses, they got to be holding on. I mean, we did do that.
I don't know how they're doing it.
We did do that grant thing, which was...
Once again, something that had good intent, but terrible delivery, terrible management, terrible oversight.
And it seemed good when they first started talking about it. I was all about it at first.
Oh, yeah. Funny enough, when I first started my campaign page on Facebook, that last year, it was really early, I mentioned about how, the city needs to give back to the small businesses are dying, basically. And a couple months later, I think like maybe 4 months, the city introduced that.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I agree. I love the idea of it. It's amazing, but
I know.
The last meeting, it was like this girl
Still
had
people
questions.
Mad.
This girl had questions, and they couldn't answer them.
And I don't know why they didn't answer it. And once again, I think it's fear, because there was an easy answer for her. And I'll be the jerk.
I'll be the jerk.
Let me be the jerk. So this is the second time we've done a business grant program. There was also one when I was in office that also went terribly bad. It was totally my idea. I was like, oh, let's do this. This would be great. And here's my 10 ideas of how we do it. Okay? So then as we did it, bureaucracy came in, and my 10 ideas got 20 other ideas added to it. And then it just turned into a complete debacle. And I don't know if you were even paying attention at that point, but I eventually got mad and was like, I don't even want anything to do with it now.
Yeah, it's not your own idea. It wasn't your,
Like, I don't even care what you guys do with it now. I'm off the committee. I don't even want anything to do with it. It went crazy. It turned into
something it shouldn't.
Much worse than this. This iteration has been not nearly as bad as that one was, because of me, probably, because I threw a fit. Because I got mad, because that's what I do. But this one, what they should have told that person that came to speak was, because of the last grant program. So the last grant program, where it went wrong was, we tried to make them describe everything they wanted to do, and we approved things they wanted to do. And it came out in the end, it looked like we were picking winners and losers. But what we were trying to do was pick things that had the most impact for the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to put new flooring in your business, or you wanted to redo your windows or redo your signage or add products or add something new, that's cool for the city. But if you want to like buy food for your restaurant or give your employees a raise or things like that does nothing for the city. Like that's nice for you, but doesn't like improve the business. You know what I mean? So, but people didn't take it that way. It got completely out of control. Then people started using it on roofs and HVAC and things like that were never intended, and it went completely out of control. So the difference, what they did this time, they tried to say, we're just on from this point to this point, and we're only doing it with retail businesses. And I feel like there's a hard time for people to understand what retail is. And the way the city manager did it, I'm sorry, I'm not illiterate. The way she did it was the ones that are paying their taxes and you're up to date and blah, blah, blah. You're doing business. You're open. You've been open for this long. You can't just open a new business and get the money.
Get money.
Yeah. You're just automatically getting it. They didn't make them fill out applications. They didn't talk to them. They didn't do anything. Well, then people start getting mad. Okay. So then like insurance agencies got mad. Lawyers got mad. You saw hairdressers got mad. They're not retail. Like that's the whole idea of why we did it this way, is because we were trying not to pick winners and losers, but retail is most affected by walk-in customers. Now, there's definitely an argument for like the hairdressers, because they're super affected by walk-in customers too, but that's just not the way they did it. So if I were on that council and that woman that came in there and complained, I would have been like, you are absolutely right. You deserve it. We should discuss the possibility of doing this again for professionals, because that's what they are. That's a professional. They're a 1099 independent contractor. You know, if we think walk-in dependent professionals deserve it, then we need to talk about that again. What we don't need to do is get upset and start, and doing this and being like, oh, well, we're sorry. We're working on it. Just tell them that's not what we did. You didn't fit. And maybe we should do that. And maybe your council will end up doing something like that, but that's just not what the program was.
And I think that would be helpful, is making sure that the citizens are informed. And I think I just don't know. It's just
right.
People they have legitimate reason to be upset. But then, like you mentioned,
there's no good way. That's one of the worst things about council. I'll tell you, one of the reasons I hate it is everything you do makes somebody happy and somebody mad.
Yeah, which is life, sadly.
Everybody's never happy.
Yeah.
So it's when you're a person that likes to please people, it's difficult. It really is. And that Grant is a perfect example of how that works. I don't know.
My issue with it was, when all these people were speaking up against it, not against it, but, upset about it. Like, they didn't just own their fault.
They're scared.
Yeah, they're scared. It's that's just something I feel like, hopefully, if I don't get elected, the other people who do get elected, like, they have that sense of, just respect for the other person.
Yeah, like I said, it's simple. We did it for retail. If you think we should do more, then we could work on that, but you don't fit the program. Sorry. That's it. It's and I think people would respect you more if you gave them that explanation.
A truthful, honest explanation and try to work something out or give a solution.
Let's talk about it. Is there something we could do? What can we do to help you?
Oh my God.
Can we have a work session and invite professionals like you, and let's see how many show up and what they think they need. Let's talk
work
about
with the community.
Right.
Figure out what they want, what they need.
And that's
easy.
I'm glad you said that, because that brings me on to something else I was going to talk about. And I'm going to hate on city council right now a little bit, because I think one thing missing, and one thing that kind of turns me on to you, is the youth. Some of them try to... Okay, I got a lot of flack when I was on city council from especially the older people on city council. I won't even say the older ones, most of them. Most of city council gave me a lot of flack for engaging with people on social media. Like, you'll never win. Don't fight with people. Don't answer questions. Just stay off of there.
I love social media.
I'm telling you, man.
My age is showing that.
How can you not? Like, it's such a great tool. I don't know how you can have that attitude. And I wish the people who feel that way would just, rain down on them right now during this election and show them that's not what people want. Mm-hmm. And I'll give a couple of those guys credit. Jerry does. Jerry will talk on social media. Will used to, but I think Will's completely fed up and ready to be out of there. That's why he didn't run for re-election, I'm pretty sure. I think he's on the same page
tired.
as me.
Yeah,
he's done.
just tired.
He's like ready he's done.
He wants to retire,
Yeah, I don't blame him, but a lot of these guys, they're like trying to be a poster child on social media. Like, they don't want to talk about real issues. And, after
yes,
after they're elected, they just become taking pictures.
Exactly.
Like, let's go to the ribbon cutting, and that's it. That's all they have. And now they try to be tough sometimes when they do like their council comments, but it's not engaging with people. So, I don't know. I'm going to encourage you, engage with people, even during this election. Get on my page. Get on my Clarksburg Observer and ask people, like, what do you want?
I have surveys.
And if somebody is bitching about something, go on there and be like, here's what I would do to fix that.
That's what I do. Please, thank you for mentioning that, because, I feel like with a lot of people running, they just like, oh, I support this. I like this. Great. We all like having a booming economy for Clarksburg, A, B, and C. What do you plan on doing about it?
I love you right now.
I feel like I'm the only one that's sharing my plans and strategies, especially on my Facebook page. And I get hate for it. Like, oh, you're dreaming too big. Oh, you have too big ideas. I'm like, that's the whole...
You have to have ideas.
You have to have hope. Why does nobody have hope? And, that's another thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people are playing the emotion game or the name game also when doing this. Like,
it's definitely a thing.
I just love Clarksburg, and you've seen me a couple times and doing this. I just A, B, and C, and and that's why I want Clarksburg, because I support A, B, and C. Yeah, we all support A, B, and C.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Be careful.
Yeah, and I'm like, but that's my thing. Is I want people to realize that we all have ideas. We all know what we want out of the city. But what do you plan on doing about it? For economic development, I think we should do a pop-up business corridor to where
I love that.
To allow people to test out Clarksburg without fully committing. And not only will that help their business, it's going to bring foot traffic to Clarksburg. Okay, that's an idea. A lot of people loved it. A couple people did not like it. They made me aware. And it's
I tried to do something like that.
Really?
Couldn't get it done, but I tried.
It's because you didn't have the support or the money, or
Because I got exactly what you're talking about. When I first got on council, it was like, oh, we can't do that. That's too much. Like, we can't do that. Actually, I even had a place to do it. So you know where the Morris, the new event space?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The awesome Morris. So it's got a couple other floors in it that are office space. Mm-hmm. And they had an idea at one point to rent out offices. Not a whole floor, but let me rent you this cubicle and we'll have a community internet and community copy machine and community everything. And let's just, build businesses here. And I think they may have even done some of that privately on their own, but I really wanted the city to get involved in it. They wouldn't. Everybody, when you have big ideas, everyone will tell you why your ideas won't work, but they don't have their own ideas.
Exactly. You're catching what I'm throwing.
So I'll tell you about something I did just a couple weeks ago. I went to the Children's Museum. I have a 4-year-old. Went to the Children's Museum in Pittsburgh. And right beside it, I mean, literally a block away, they have this thing. God, I forget what it's called. So anyway, it's got 4 businesses, spaces, and a huge bar. Mm-hmm. Okay. I forget what it's called. I can't remember right now. It'll come to me at some point. So the 4 business spaces swap out every 6 months. It's like chefs or people with ideas for restaurants, and they just let them come in. And it's almost like a food truck, I guess. I don't know, because it's not a huge space. It's a small space, almost kind of like a mall. Mm-hmm. But the place owns the bar. So they're serving drinks.
Yeah.
But then the places have the food. And this place was freaking rocking. And it's like, that is such a good idea.
Yeah. Like you go to other cities,
so many stupid empty buildings. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is let people go in there and cook.
Yeah. Cook or just literally let them cook.
I don't know. But things like that. I'm glad you brought that up because that, both of those examples immediately come to my mind. And it's like, places do things like this and they work.
Exactly.
We're not a prehistoric place here. We don't have to have every idea. We got to go look at things that work. Mm-hmm. And, I feel like older people don't do that. I don't know. I know they leave the city. I see them take pictures and stuff. They go out of town.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you're a council person, you should be bringing something back with you. Like every place you go. Like if I go to Charleston for the week.
Oh, I love Charleston.
I should bring something back with me.
Oh my gosh.
Not how they're handling their mall.
No.
That's going. That didn't work out so good.
We won't talk about
they need some ideas on their city council too, but I'm sure nobody from Charleston will watch this. So, well, maybe a couple people, but
sorry, not sorry. No, no, but yeah, I agree. I think that's another great thing about me currently being in my master's program and being working within policy is that I see what's working. I see what other cities are doing that are similar to ours. I mean, to Clarksburg.
And to be specific, I already know this because I asked you before, but the policy stuff you're working on is not necessarily local. You're working all over the country, right? Mm-hmm. So you are seeing things happening.
Yes. And they're moving. And it's kind of upsetting because, during work, I'll just see, a bunch of great things happening. And then,
Then you got to drive through the bumps to get home.
And then, you got to cry while you're driving. Yeah. And that's I think a lot of people have you have such a young, fresh perspective. It's that's exactly what the city needs right now.
That's what I want. I mean, I'm tired of these people. I really am. I was tired of them when I was on council, and I'm even more tired of them just sitting back and watching. I'm just tired. I really am tired.
I just think we just need some spunk, and I think I could provide that.
If there was a possibility to just hit reset and get rid of everybody, no offense to the couple that I do like, but God, man, we just need new ideas. We really do. And we did, I don't know if you're aware of this, but when I was on council, we put in term limits. So at some point that'll start happening for people in the future. Actually, I think you'll be the first group that the term limits actually happen on. Gosh, man, because we've had people over the years, I'm sure that part of council is health insurance. And
I actually was not aware of that until
you will get
Marcus,
health insurance.
My husband, told me a couple months ago. Oh my, okay.
If you
I'm doing it because I love the city, but wow, I'm getting health insurance.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be like Gary Keith, go in there and say the first thing we should do is get rid of that friggin' health insurance. Be on your husband's health insurance. Don't get it from the city.
No.
Because you know what? I'll tell you what it causes. is people retiring and then running for city council and then just sitting in that chair as long as they can to get that health insurance. And some of them, they're just empty vessels. And we got to get rid of that. Mm-hmm. Like, we got to take away that. And some of those guys will get mad at me because some of them like that health insurance. Probably most of them, actually. But
in this economy, I don't blame you guys.
The first thing I wanted to do when I got to city council, I said, let's get rid of that health insurance.
Be like,
good job. Mm-hmm. And I would rather, if there were more people who weren't like retired or city council was all they had to do, I would rather it was more people like you. Like, you are smart and have a real life and actually know how to do things. like you're not just going to sit in the chair back there and...
oh my gosh, I get an MRI next?
I don't know. That's kind of mean, but I'm kind of mean. Yeah, people will watch this and be mad at me. Whenever I make a video, some people get mad at me. It's just a matter of which group it is.
Yeah, you know what? Like you said, you can't make everybody happy. We're just talking.
I don't have very many filters. So, and I don't mind if you don't join me on things. So you don't have to comment on the health insurance thing right now, but that's my wink.
Time to put my commentary on it.
Anyway, so do you think that, okay, I'm giving you all these prop points for your age. Do you think there's going to be people the other direction? Are you the youngest running?
Yes, I'm the youngest
running.
I
figured you probably were. I don't even know.
Youngest, most good looking. No, I'm just kidding.
No doubt.
But yeah, a lot of people.
I really like Jerry, but you're way better looking than Jerry.
Nothing against you, Jerry. Nothing against you. No. A lot of people, when I talk to them, you know, their first question is like, "You're so young. Like, do you even know what you're doing?" And I really want to say to them, "Does anybody know what they're doing?" But I'm like, "Yeah, I do know what I'm doing. I have, you know, multiple degrees in this. I'm still in school, learning more about government and how it applies." It's like
you have so much more than
look at the work. Yeah, look at the work I've done. Not my age. Like I mentioned, I work in a policy, community-focused role. So, like, I understand how policy is made, why it's made, and more importantly, how it works for the people. Like, what more can you ask of me?
I'm going to call you the smart vote.
Oh, thank you.
You're definitely the smart vote. Yeah, I'd say the smart vote is probably you, and who else can I talk about? Hattie's probably a smart vote, too, because Hattie's got all the background and financial stuff. Girl. If I could get both of you on there, whew, policy smart and financial smart. Like, I wish we elected people like that. And people just didn't go vote for somebody they know. It turns into such a popularity contest.
Oh my gosh, and it's so upsetting because
so many good people have lost over the years that they would have been so great, including I won't keep dropping names, but you know,
name drop.
I think we would be so much better if we, and that's kind of the reason I wanted to do this, is so people can actually find out more in depth about you. And all these candidates, well, not all of them, because it seems like most of them are probably afraid to come on here because I'm Gary Keith. Kevin Brand is going to come on also.
Oh, nice.
You and him are the only ones that have said they're coming so far.
Really?
Of course, Jerry's already been here.
That's crazy.
I'm going to call some of them direct and actually ask them. But
good call. Email. Mail them.
It annoys me that they're afraid. And it makes me
that reflects on their character.
Like, I'm going to let you put a sign in my yard if you have one with you. You can come back and put one later. Great. Because I'm going to support you because you're not scared. Like, I sent you the email. You were the first one to reply. It's like, all right. And we took a little bit of time. She actually replied to me. I sent the email out probably... I sent it right after the ballot was final, didn't I? Mm-hmm. So I sent that, and she responded to me within like 2 days. And Kevin was maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks, right in that range, but not one other response.
That's upsetting. Because, like, I view this as, like you mentioned, just people getting to know me, just having a talk. And it's like what are you so scared of?
What can you do? There's not very many... In Clarksburg, there's no, like, radio show. There's no... I mean, they do that... thing in the newspaper, but let's not get into my feelings about the newspaper. Nobody reads that freaking thing. I mean, I use them to balance tables in my house. Like, nobody's reading the Clarksburg newspaper anymore. Like, it's just a complete joke. And they sent out that thing, and the firemen sent out a thing, which that's cool. Oh, yeah. That's cool for them, but I don't think they're going to publish that or anything. So
you're talking about their questionnaire, right?
Yeah, that questionnaire they sent out. But that's for them, for their union.
I never got a message back from them, so.
Yeah, I don't even know if they do a message back. They may just read those in their union meeting. I don't know how they're going to do that. But there's always a thing at the senior center. That hasn't happened yet, has it?
Yeah, it has happened. Okay. I think it was last week.
So how did that go?
I was invited, but I didn't go. I have pre-plans for work and stuff.
Well, and I can tell you.
I heard it went well.
I can tell you in the past when I went to it, it was maybe like 10, 15, 20 people. And it was always good. But the weakness of that is that they don't put it online or anything. It's 10, 15, 20 people. I mean, could that make a difference in an election? Yeah. But is it going to get you from 6th, 7th, or 8th to top 3? No.
Top 4.
It's not going to do that. it might get you a few votes. It might also lose you a few votes if you're me, if you start talking about things you believe in.
Yeah.
But the long format, people definitely like, and they want to know what you believe in. They don't want you to just vote for me. I mean, and I'm not cutting down like the things that people put on people's doors, and knocking on doors is great too, but gosh, man, there's so many doors. It's
exactly like I'm only like 5'2", and you want me to wake up early.
You're only 5'2"?
Yeah.
I didn't stand beside you that close. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. Sitting down, you look normal. That's so cool.
But like my thing is like I get up early, like 2 hours early before work, and I work 9 to 5, and then afterwards I make dinner. I do homework for 2 hours. And, like, I have a couple people who were not, I don't want to say bashing me, but, like, questioning, like, go door to door, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I do when I have a chance, but I'm a working woman in Clarksburg trying to make a name for herself and trying to live life.
Plus, the roads are so dangerous now. You may never, only being 5'2", you may fall in a hole. I don't know.
You might lose me in a hole.
We may have to go looking for you. I don't know, especially downtown.
Send an email out. Hopefully someone will respond.
So, anyway, we'll close that part of the conversation. So let's talk about downtown. You kind of talked about economic development a little bit, and I kind of jumped in on you there and took over a little bit. But I'm gonna let you cook on downtown. You tell me what do you think we could do better down there? Like, do you have any like big ideas? You told me you're a big idea girl, so tell me a big idea.
Well, other than the small business corridor, pop-ups, which I think that would be helpful. I'm also big on beautification and having, we have the Clarksburg History Museum, which is great for people who visit, but, we need more stuff for, people can walk through the town and actually see and spend time, not just, I got to pick up something or I got to drop off my form for the city clerk.
Right. How do we get people to stay?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And what I see when I visit cities is that, first of all, the roads aren't messed up that bad. That's a big contributing factor. Let's not,
let's pretend like that's not there right now.
Yeah, let's pretend that, they already paved it. It's nice. We love life. My thing is, I see people, not even say a sense of community, because, most of them are, tourists, but, I just see a sense of, belonging. And I feel like not community. I feel like Clarksburg doesn't have that. I definitely feel like, when I've talked to people, we have people who have hope. We have people who believe that, we need to start working on A, B, and C in Clarksburg, but we need the momentum.
Right.
And my thing is how can we get momentum in downtown Clarksburg? And I'm thinking, okay, beautification. We can do a garden. Does Clarksburg even have a garden? You've lived here longer than me. I don't think they have a garden.
They tried that a few times, but no.
I'd love to initiate more green spaces, trees. That'd be perfect.
We used to have trees down the streets.
Yeah, that's what I
They decided that when they put the new sidewalks in, sidewalks would look better. The trees were beautiful. If the trees were getting too big, that was the problem. Mm-hmm. But they should have just cut the trees down and put new little trees again.
Yeah,
I don't know
or
why
just
they
shade
didn't.
them off every few seasons.
Right. If you go over to Glen Elk, they're still there. I have business over on 5th Street in Glen Elk.
Yeah.
So go look at 5th Street in Glen Elk. They're actually still there. They didn't get rid of those. But when they were downtown, I thought they were beautiful.
Yeah, I think it, like I mentioned earlier, I think when a city looks good, people feel good in it. And when the people feel good, they want to start investing in it. Right now, I ask a random person, do you want to stay in Clarksburg? No, there's no reason to stay in Clarksburg. Okay, how can I change that mindset?
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, people dread going through downtown. Let's bring something in to make them stop. Preferably a First Watch. I love First Watch.
What is First Watch?
It's like a brunch diner, kind of first watch.
So is it something that goes into like downtowns?
Yeah, like there's one down in Charleston.
Okay.
And it's in like a small little building, like typical of Clarksburg. And it's always so busy when I'm down there. It's like people have to pay to park, so there's revenue there. It's like it's just small things like that would add up.
Well, you just brought something up. Pay to park, that's another one. One of the things I wanted to do on council was get rid of the parking meters, and I couldn't get anybody to agree with me. Nobody wants to freaking park downtown, though.
Yeah.
If it was my choice, I would have took a Sawzall down Main Street and cut every one of those meters out.
No one wants to park downtown when there's nothing to pay for to park downtown. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I keep mentioning Charleston, so I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I'm here for Clarksburg, but
that's our capital.
Charleston, we want to stop and get ice cream, and then right across the street there's a bookstore, and then down here there's an event going on. I don't mind paying to park to walk around the whole city, but when it's like Clarksburg, I'm like,
it's like to go pay your taxes.
Am I going to make it in 30 minutes and not pay? And it's such a nuance. I paid all the parking stuff.
And it's gotten worse. It really has. Like, it's gotten worse even like in the last couple of years. Like, I don't want to cut on this council. It's not all their fault, but man, we've lost like things that were great. Like, what was the name of the restaurant that was on 6th Street? Like that restaurant, I ate there so much. I can't even think of it. Ann Hart is the cook. Hart's Kitchen. That's it.
Wait, they left?
I don't think she's open now. Am I wrong?
No. Are you talking about the one that's right across the
6th? Yeah.
6th. Yeah, okay. I haven't been downtown in
kills me. Like that's gone, and we have got a couple new things that are good. Everything's not bad. Like, I don't know if you've been to Maya's place at all. Maya's on Main. Like, she's amazing. Like, I feel like the city needs to be doing anything they can to do for her, and all they do is fight with her dad. Her dad, Tim, like they just fight with him all the time, and it's like it's so dumb. Like, so you got a guy that owns like 4 or 5 buildings downtown, and you want to just mess with him all the time.
Yeah, honestly.
And he owns that little park across from us.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he had a building, and we actually financed him tearing it down so he could build that park. And now we don't do anything with the park. Like, the city should be
utilizing it.
I mean, he put it there, and I understand he's private. The city doesn't own it, but we got that stupid Jackson Square there. We got that nice park. It's like, do something down there. Hire a band or something. I don't know. Just First Fridays is awesome, but we don't have to do that once a month. Like,
we could have multiple events.
You don't have to close down everything.
Exactly.
Because you got that little park he has there. Do something there. I mean, I'm just giving you ideas. Do something there. Like, utilize that. Be friends with Tim Gentilozzi. Go shake his hand when you leave
here. Tim.
Do you know him?
I got some ideas. Not personally, but I know of him.
Know him. Go find him. He owns so much stuff. We need to be friends with him. Like, when I was on council, I tried to be like, how can we help these people? Because in some cases, not him. Totally off of him now. In some cases, those people are the ones that are hurting us because they have these empty buildings, and how do I put this? They have a lot of money, and they don't care to put anything in there.
Exactly.
And they don't like the city. The city's been mean to them. They're ticked off, and they've had bad experiences with businesses coming and going. And for some reason, some of them have got this like sickness in their head that they think their building's worth $1 million, and it just sits there. So, and then we just have, an eyesore pretty much that nothing's inside. Anything inside would be good. If 2 people wanted to go there a week, it would be cool. Like, I just don't get it. If I had a building like that, I feel like I would want it utilized somehow. I wouldn't just sit on it. I don't know. Maybe I don't understand the condition. Maybe it's so bad they can't do anything with it. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think
you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I definitely think it's that not that dynamic of power. I'm not saying it's like the city wants to have power and want to control.
Oh, they definitely want to have power. You're right.
But like, I think it's okay to admit, like, okay, these people are a big part of this situation. We need to, admit it and work with them. So what? You're not the big man in charge.
Right.
Okay, boo-hoo, cry me river.
Right.
Yeah, like.
That's how it is. I mean, nobody, and you stumbled over something there that you're so right about. And I don't know if you even know if you know it, but, and this is a serious, huge problem with people when they get on city council too. I'm not saying you'll be this way, but many of them are this way. They don't support anything that's not their idea. And you also get people who get in their heads, putting their names on things and things like that. Like, you become a real you're like baby politicians at city council. It's like you start thinking like a politician.
Yeah.
And it's better to work with people than against them.
I agree.
And, we get into these fights with people sometimes and organizations and back and forths. And it's like half the time when I did that, it's like I look back on it, it's like I was probably a jerk and we probably could have handled that better. But we're all trying to do the right thing. I get that. But yeah, you stumbled over something there, though, that you're so right about. People just don't want to do things that aren't their idea. And that doesn't only go for city council. That also goes for like those building owners I'm talking about and business owners. They don't like taking direction from the city. But, I can kind of understand why they don't want to take direction for the city when the city's done everything so bad for so long. But I hope, if we get a group in there that's focused and has good ideas, that the business owners hopefully will line up and buy in. Like, we got to have people buy in,
Yeah, want to invest.
And that's why we need strong leaders like you, I think. Somebody like me, I would have total respect for somebody like you after I find out about you, like your resume. And it's like, that's what we need. Other than, somebody walking in there who hasn't really done a whole lot with their life and really isn't going anywhere and somehow got elected. And it's like, oh, well, you should do this. And it's like, you should get the hell out of my business.
Exactly.
Like, I know more than you. Thank you for your advice. And I think that happens a lot. And I don't know. I don't know how we get past that.
I think like a lot of people who like when they run for an office, they kind of have that fear of like, oh, I don't want to turn into a politician. I don't want to turn into, someone that's just for money or for myself. And it's hard, which not for me though. No, I just want to say like,
I agree. It wasn't hard for me either.
Because like I know like I make everything about my age now, but like being part of the younger generation and having, such that drive to better myself, I get people who look down on me a lot and I just have to, shake my head and call it a day. Or like, I think I have people all the time who think that they have better ideas than me. You know what? Yeah. Let's take your idea and then see if it works. If it does, great. If not, then hear me out. Like, I've always been in a position to where, I don't want to say that I'm inferior, but how people overlook me and my ideas. And I'm used to that. So I feel like if I were to get elected, I already have that sense of like, already collaboration. Like, I want people to work with me. I already have a sense of, direction.
Well, we're going to teach people today how smart you are.
Uh-oh.
We're on the road here already.
I don't want to seem to like I'm bragging, but
if you're care about myself. It's okay to brag. That's a rule in life.
I just care about myself.
You only shouldn't brag if you're an idiot. Those are the people that are really annoying. So, a big Clarksburg issue. I'm going to ask you your opinion on, and I guarantee you, okay? You're going to make somebody mad with this one, but
I always do.
I'm going to make you. You can kind of ride the line a little bit if you want, but somebody's going to get mad at you for this.
Wait, can I stop you really quick? Just because I made a comment about my hair being frizzy on my page, and it just rubbed this person the wrong way, saying we don't need somebody on council who cares about what they look like and A, B, and C. And I was like, it was just a comment about my hair, kind of making a joke because it's the very first full-on picture I have of myself.
I'll tell you a 5-minute funny story. Middle of July, probably 2020, I went to a council meeting and I was late. And I didn't have time to come home and change. And I was wearing a polo shirt and just a golf shirt. It was actually a Callaway shirt and khaki shorts. This. Do I say old lady? I don't know if she watches me. So an older lady was furious and wrote a 2-page letter about how I had no respect for the city. Because most people wear suits. I kind of changed that. I started wearing polo shirts, but I'm not wearing a suit all the time. I got 3. I'm not that kind of guy. I do have 3. I'm not going to say I have none, but I'm not going to wear a suit.
He's a classy man sometimes.
I'm not going to wear a suit to every council meeting. There's too many of them. And I don't want to have the same suit on all the time like some people you see on TV that it becomes like their uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wrote a 2.5-page letter to the city manager and complained about me. And yeah, it was crazy. Like, I was just shocked. And then I wore shorts for the next 4 meetings.
As you should.
On purpose.
Good.
Because that's who I am.
Petty.
But anyway, back to the question. Off topic.
Focus, yeah.
So the question is, so another short Clarksburg history lesson before I get into this.
Little context.
Demolition has always been an issue here. As we just talked about, Clarksburg went from 55,000 people to 15,000 people. What is the effect of that? Blight. Okay, so we have empty houses. So which side are you? Are you more tear houses down or try to fix houses?
I'm all for repurposing houses and buildings. Now, if there's like too far of a stretch, then, tear it down, whatever. But there's no reason why we have a perfectly good house or building can be repurposed into a business area or housing or even a little community center. Like why are we just... Because when you leave places abandoned, then the wrong crowd gets in it, and it's already becoming more of an eyesore, and you have to worry about that. And it's like, we need to jump on these things yes.
Did you practice that question? Because you answered that so good.
Oh, thank you. I'm just so good.
I'm suspicious of you right now.
I'm so good.
You're too good.
Ask me more questions. No, but I just think we need to repurpose them because there's no reason.
Yeah, so more Clarksburg history. I'll keep giving you more of it.
I love it.
We had this wild demolition program at one point where we just friggin' tore down everything. And we were just tearing. And eventually they got in trouble for it because they were skipping some of the rules and tearing things down they probably shouldn't have and going a little too fast. And actually, when I first got on council, that was my mindset. Like, I loved the demolition program. I was let's friggin' tear everything down.
He said tear everything down.
Okay, then I learned.
I don't want to look at this.
Then I learned. Okay, so this is just like what we talked about when you first sat down. It's like I'm like a torpedo. And sometimes I do things and then I start thinking like, gosh, man, we're spending a lot of money tearing these houses down. And there are all these poor people that can't find anything to rent. And
like, man,
gosh, this doesn't make any sense. Why are we doing this? Maybe we should figure out a way to let people fix these houses. Like, I had to evolve my brain a little bit. So I'm glad that you already have the right answer. You don't have to learn from your mistakes like I did. So yeah, the smart thing, if possible, you're right. It's not always possible, but the smart thing is to try to fix things. Like, we have ways, I'll give Wayne some credit. He did come up with a land reuse agency, and we're trying to utilize that. Now, it was kind of his idea when he first came on council, and he got it done. And now we've done a terrible job of using it. So I wish he would stick to it and get back on that horse. And I want people like you coming in to know about the land reuse agency. Basically what it is they can buy things as the city and sell them back to developers that they think will do something with them. And I think they have to prove what they're going to do with them. And if they don't do what they say they're going to do with them, the city can take them back. So it's a cool thing that I'm almost surprised it's legal. It's gray area.
A little borderline.
Yeah, and I mean, there's lots of things with government that are kind of borderline. It's like,
of course,
we kind of get away with them. But if people...
What if you don't blast it on the internet or anything?
As long as you're not crazy about it, and that's what they were with the original demolition program. They were crazy about it, and then they started getting into legal fights with people, and then people started questioning their certifications and who was deciding what to tear things down, and it just all went to hell. So anyway, but... that was not when I was on there, by the way. That was before.
Okay.
They made all the mistakes, but we kind of continued the mistakes by spending too much money tearing things down. Because tearing things down is expensive. Like, and in many cases, fixing things is much cheaper than tearing things down. And you're improving the community. You're actually doing something other than making another empty lot. Because if you haven't noticed, we're not super popular right now. An empty lot does not...
What? We're not popular?
An empty lot is just an empty lot. It doesn't lead to anyone building a house right now. Maybe a garage. I've seen that. Like sometimes the house beside it will buy it.
Yeah.
And build a garage.
A little parking.
But in half of Clarksburg, that's hard too because we have like a wall or a hill, you know. So that's difficult too. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm all for repurposing.
So let's see. Let me catch up on my list here. I kind of keep talking and losing where I'm at.
Yeah,
here.
we keep just going off course. It's okay, you know. Honest.
So just let's get into kind of I don't want to say a national issue, but I think
don't make me look too bad.
No. I think it affects Clarksburg, which is why I wanted to throw it in, but I'm going to ask it I'm not going to get real specific. So are you, as far as how you would try to fix the city, are you thinking more towards oversight or more ordinances or just trying to change the culture? See, I'm mixing it up so it doesn't make it sound like a national issue. So what's your approach, I guess? I'm making you be an idealist here because I always try to remind people when they're running for council, you're going to be just one. You're only one vote, so you can't do anything by yourself.
Exactly.
But idealist, what would your approach be?
That's a great question. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, remember, I'm not like super like technical either. You don't have to give me like a perfect answer. I tried to water down my question too much.
Oh.
I watered it down so much that I think I watered it down too much.
Yeah.
So do you think, let me rephrase it a little bit. Great. Do you feel more like the government is the problem, or do you feel like no matter what the ordinances are, that we just have a population that's probably not going to follow it?
It's going to really reveal me. I have your vote, right? No, I'm just kidding. No, I definitely think... Oh, damn. I think the government's the problem in majority of cases.
Right.
But at the same time, I think there's so much of a tight framework that the government has to work with.
Right.
That there's only so much they can do. Not saying the government's powerless and
you're right.
like bad things that the governments do, like, you know, aren't their fault, because it is. I'm saying it's kind of like, I should have paid attention to science class. Like, it's kind of like that mutual thing where, like...
Look, I'll give you a better analogy because I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
How do we change culture, I guess, is what I'm asking, because you can write all the ordinances you want.
Exactly.
How do you get people to follow them? It's like, you've heard the term the thin blue line with police, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know kind of what that theory is?
Mm-hmm.
So the thin blue line, it's a good example for this. It's that people follow laws because they want to be good people overall.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody was a freaking maniac, there's not enough police. They couldn't control it. Like, they could never get control. So I feel like that's the same thing with Clarksburg. And I'm going to do the worst thing that everybody hates and throw the Bridgeport comparison in here right now. We have damn near the same ordinances. Why do they follow them and our people don't? Like, how do we fix that? Any ideas?
He's asking good questions, actually.
I didn't solve it, so if you don't have an answer, that's fine. Maybe it's something you have to work on, but...
No, I really haven't thought about that in a sense.
How do you make people follow the ordinances? Like the green trash cans.
Yeah, like in a simple case, like if you just like take out all the specifics, like Clarksburg, whatever. Simple cases, to make people follow something, you have to have, what do you call that when they get in trouble?
Consequences?
Consequences, yeah.
Like
you have to have consequences.
Tickets. Yeah.
But then that comes into play, like, okay, who's going to deliver those consequences?
Right.
And if
it's
they do,
so
then we don't
difficult.
have a lot of people to do that. And it's like again, a cycle that it keeps going over.
It's so hard. And I don't have the answer. So you had no right answer there, just so you know. I just wanted to see.
Well, now you're making me think about it.
I just wanted to see where you went with that, but there was no right answer to that.
It's just like, how do you get people to follow? By, reward them when they're good. I know that sounds bad, but like, not like we're animals, but like when you do good, reward them. If you do bad, smack them across the mouth. Like, you gotta have some structure. And then
now I like you. Let's smack them across the mouth.
No, but like, it's like,
I love that answer so much.
I'm all for being like civically engaged and being engaging with the government stuff. But like, my thing is, you also have to be a member of society. You have to follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, how can you expect the city to do their job when you're making it 10 times harder for them? Like,
gosh, you led me right into my next question. So good. So let's talk about my 2 favorite words in government. And I pounded these words so hard the whole time I was in government, and I'm still pounding them right now, are accountability and transparency. And gosh, accountability. We talked about the lady coming up there complaining about the grant and nobody wanted to tell her why they didn't give her money. I wanted to cry when I watched that on YouTube. I didn't go to the meeting.
I went to the meeting in person. I was like,
it's like, just answer her. Why are you scared? So,
why are we beating around the bush when there's no bush to beat around?
So can I depend on you to be accountable?
Of course. I mean, I think right now this conversation that we're having shows how, like, I don't want to say down to earth, but like just how
you are
realistic I am. Like, how can I expect people to do good and to believe in me if they can't hold me to a standard? And I mean, my parents raised me correct, like, why am I going to sit here and lie to people and create a false reality? And then, like, it just doesn't make sense.
You just can't make everyone happy. You can't make everyone happy. And that's what they all try to do. Mm-hmm. You just have to be accountable for what we can do and what we can't. Mm-hmm. If somebody comes up there with, I don't want to say there's dumb ideas. There's no dumb ideas. There's only dumb people. So if somebody comes up there with a dumb idea, I mean, sometimes you just need somebody up there who can be just like, thank you for the suggestion, but
thank you, but
that's not what the city does.
Yeah, no. Or like,
we can't do that. Like, that's not something we can help with. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how else I can put it.
Yeah, a lot of people will come up to me like, oh, what do you feel about reproductive rights or blah, blah. I'm like,
oh my God.
What do you think I'm going to do?
Oh my God, yeah. That's a perfect example. And another perfect example is, I'm not going to point anybody out, but there's been people who've run for city council. I haven't heard it too much on this group so far, but last group, there was a bunch of them. Like how I'm going to clean up drugs in Clarksburg. You ain't going to clean up drugs on city council. What are you going to do? Pass an ordinance for no drugs?
Yeah, okay, great.
Now we're solved.
Yeah.
It's like, we have to have...
If it was really that easy.
Like that is accountability, because you have to be able to tell people, even during the election, like, we got to get somebody up there on city council who's going to get all this meth out of Clarksburg. And it's like, well, that's going to be nobody.
Yeah, like we're going to be waiting for the next 200 decades. Like, what?
I mean, the only thing that you could possibly do, oh God, what can you do? The only thing you can possibly do is keep adding police officers. And you can only do that so much. Mm-hmm. You get to a point where the budget says no more cops.
Exactly.
And I think right now we're at like 45 or 44. And at one point we were at 50. I would like to see it back at 50. I won't even ask your opinion on that. It's a very hot button issue, so be careful.
Really?
I would like to see it at 50. But I also like that they've added the social worker thing. Mm-hmm. I think it's sketchy a little bit. I don't know if it'll work, but it's worth a try. So, I mean, those are small things the city can do towards like drugs and things, but it's small things. I mean, I feel like a lot of people just don't understand what the city does.
The structure, yeah and like the power.
And you made a perfect example, and I hope they never change the fact that the city council election is nonpartisan. Like, I would never ask anybody what their politics are.
You don't even know how many people was like, what's your party affiliation? Like, it's nonpartisan, so it shouldn't matter.
And people will get mad at you for saying that.
Yeah, and then
you have to be careful.
And then if you really care,
just
then look
tell
it
people
up.
you're an independent. That's it.
I am an independent.
I am too.
Like, you can look it up. I'm an independent.
Every time I run for office, I switch to Republican just because I feel like I have to be in a party to win. But I am an independent right now.
That's true.
So stay. And I hope I can like educate some people watching this. Don't worry about what people's feelings are about things that don't matter to the city. Like, local things have nothing to do with the politics that are beat into your mind on social media and CNN and Fox News. Like, those things are not real to us. Like, they are real in another world, but they don't matter to Clarksburg.
Not Clarksburg. Get it out.
They don't matter. Like, those things just don't matter. I'm sorry.
No, but yeah, I agree. Accountability, I think, is going to be...
Accountability.
It's just something so important that I feel like we've lost.
Just stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah.
That's my advice to you.
And just be honest.
Yeah. And
Like, if you're going to tell me, oh, the sky's purple,
don't be afraid.
Look up. It's not purple.
Transparency is another big one, and this council's terrible about it. I feel like we were better about it before the last election, and I'm not blaming the people that got elected, but they try to keep things quiet. They don't want to have too many big conversations in public, and that comes through. Like, especially if you've been on council, you know what they're talking about. Like, I know what they're talking about. Yeah, you have
experience.
Like, when they come up there and half of them are mad, I know they've just had a fight in the back room or something. And they keep that pretty quiet, it seems like, and they don't really let you know who's on what side. I hate that.
Nah, not me.
I hate that. I used to actually like write up a review of everything that happened at the council meeting,
really
like behind closed doors and everything. And I'd post it on Facebook right after the meeting was over.
Heck yeah.
And they hated it. They were so mad at me.
Well, not even like the transparency. Like, I know a lot of people think of transparency as like being honest, but I also view it as like...
That's not what it is.
How accessible the information is.
Yes! Have you been spying on me?
No! It's just like... like you mentioned, like, you know, it's very hush. No one wants to talk about anything. I mean, like, it's just, if I have a question, like, that's another thing that I really want to do is not upgrade the technology use, but like really increase and utilize the technology, because a normal Clarksburg resident, when they get home after 9 to 5, they're not going to want to, if they have a question about a budget, they're not going to want to download a PDF and
I'm going to tell you about something right now.
20 pages.
I'm going to tell you about something right now. I'm even going to bring it on screen so people can see it.
Uh-oh.
You're not going to be able to see it. I'm sorry. So this is a website that was very important to me when I was on council. And I'm going to give you an example of what happens when you're on council. So this is on the Secretary of State's website. This is called OpenGov. Okay. Let's see. Where's Clarksburg? Here we are. So I was like gung-ho about getting this started when I was on there. So what OpenGov is you can go on here and see every dollar that the city spends. Oh my God. Wait. No. Okay. I thought they had updated it, but I was wrong. So this was my baby. One of my babies. One of the things I was really crazy about. So you can go on here and see everything they're doing. Mm-hmm. You can see if they spend $10 at AutoZone, you can go see what they spend it on. And I love it. I still think it's awesome. And since I've been gone and rode their butts about it, they just kind of stopped doing it. But it does look like somebody may have worked on it some. I was about to say it hasn't been filled in since 22, but some stuff has been put in here. It looks like it's going up to 23 now. Not acceptable.
Good.
It should be up to like last month.
Which I would, yeah. Which
not
I
acceptable.
Agree. I wish it was more easily accessible within the Clarksburg's website, and not even like that, but like even if we can just have an interactive pie chart. That's what this is. Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to go through the Secretary of State.
It exists.
But like, yeah, like
they could link right up to this. It could be right on the webpage. Like they don't even have to redo it. They could build it right in.
I just think, like I mentioned, it's how accessible the information is. Like, if out of 10 people I'm going to ask downtown, guess who's going to know about this? 0.
Almost none.
Yeah. It's just
the only people you would probably ask is people that heavily supported me, or Jimmy Marino. He knows about it. He was big on it too. So, you know. It's just one of those things, though. You know, once you're not putting pressure on them anymore, they're like, glad he's gone. We don't have to do this anymore.
One less thing we have to do.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. Again. Handling criticism was the next thing I had on my list here. So.
Heck yeah.
So, is your frizzy hair the toughest criticism you faced so far?
No. Gosh, I wish. No, I love feedback from people. Like with my Facebook, I know I'm going to keep mentioning it's the only thing that's political. But
the best way.
I mean, it was made to connect people.
Yeah.
If I'm going to use it to connect people, don't be mad.
And every boomer in the world's on there now, so it's better than the newspaper. I'll tell you right now.
Yes, I get so much information.
You just got to reach those people, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're looking at.
Not just your friends. You got to make sure you're reaching everybody.
Yeah. What are they going on? Yeah, I post surveys. And I really get, feedback. And because the one thing I did mention in my interview
we're going to go to your Facebook while you're talking.
It should be like Tamira Rutter for City Council. No. And I post surveys and I get feedback from people because what I think's best for the city may not be what other people think. Which I know, I don't want to say it's hard to admit, but like I think I have great ideas. But when I ask somebody, hey, what do you think is the most problematic area that the city is having? I realize that, okay, maybe I'm not thinking similar.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
They can see it too. I have it up on screen. So go to her. What was it? How is it in here? Oh man, you got to set a special address for it. You can do that, and it's free. You don't have to do anything because you got a bunch of numbers. I'll teach you how to do that. So Tamira Rutter for Clarksburg City Council. Go search for it. I can't give you a direct link. It's lots of numbers.
Yeah, lots of numbers. Don't look at that. Gary's gonna help me with that. No, but point being, I love community feedback because it helps me not tone in my perspective, but really helps me visualize from a different point of view. Now, criticism. I take constructive criticism. That's literally who I am, both academically and professionally. How can I be a better person?
As smart as you are and as pretty as you are, I'm sure you get tons of criticism.
You'd be surprised, Gary. You'd be surprised. But, I'm all for constructive criticism. If it makes me better, sure. What I don't take is disrespect.
Right.
That's where I draw the line. It's one thing for you to tell me, you disagree with my ideas. It's another to tell me, go for my looks or, go for my age. Be for real. Be original. Come on. But, yeah, I'm all for constructive criticism and feedback, but no disrespect. So
I'm just rolling through your posts here. So you got rid of that first batch of signs. How many was that? I'm just curious.
I believe it was 25. And then I got some more donations, and I got those pamphlets, stickers, which I thought they were big stickers, but you see they're a little small.
No, they're cute, though. It's a little sticker,
tiny.
But...
and more signs. And I also got car magnets.
Okay.
Heck yeah. You gotta.
The car magnets are much better than the signs, I'll tell you right now.
Cars go everywhere, especially downtown.
If you could stand on Route 50 and throw them on cars, they would work so good.
Oh my God.
I don't have it anymore, but I used to have a Volkswagen Beetle that I wrapped with my real estate company.
Really?
It was so funny when I had it because people thought that there was 10 of them. They're like, "Oh, I see that thing everywhere." It was just
no, just me. I'm just driving.
All your agents drive those? No, just me. But
yeah, so
I don't see the surveys. What kind of surveys are you doing?
It might be closed. There's one, if you scroll up just a little bit.
Just tell me what they were. What kind of surveys were you doing?
Oh, surveys. So one, I was asking people's opinions.
Oh, I see here now.
Asking people's opinions on stuff and then I did another survey discussing my ideas and whether they agree with them or not.
Okay.
And
so you got backlash?
Yeah, vice versa. Yeah, the one with my ideas. Somebody mentioned how they're such big ideas. There's more structural issues you have to address. And I'm like, we can walk and talk at the same time. Basically, what I said.
Well, you can't lay out the whole idea in a survey. Plus, you don't want to give everybody else your ideas either.
Yeah, I in one of my surveys, I mentioned how we should have a video or a YouTube video where. Oh,
that's my dog. Sorry.
Dogs.
They must have let him out upstairs. He came in the dog door.
Right. Oh, you have a little powder face. Okay, back to my survey. No. What was I saying? I got sidetracked by the powder
I totally threw you off there. I'm sorry.
Surveys. Yes. Oh, yeah. I had an idea of doing videos around Clarksburg to see what the city's doing, or have somebody go around this restaurant's having a feature this week.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then a couple months later, they start doing it. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I don't get elected, I just keep sharing ideas, and then, they'll implement.
It's funny you say that, because things like that happen all the time. I was talking about doing a podcast like this for years. Actually, me and Jerry talked about it before he was even on council. We were going to do it together. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of, it went to the back burner, and I didn't think about it for a while. And then me and Shannon started doing it. And that didn't work out, so now it's just me. But during all that, somebody at the city, I won't even say who it was, actually got mad and was telling all the people that was her idea. And then they started doing it too. They're doing their own little podcast thing now. But it's I've been talking about this for 7 years. You've worked for the city for 6 months.
Come on.
Like, I'm podcast guy. I have like 4 of them, by the way. Not just the city one. I do other things too.
Okay. Look at you go. Pop off.
I'm good at talking.
You're good at holding conversations.
Who would know? So it works well and I do it, but yeah, you're right. People will always try to steal your thunder. That's just how the world is.
Yeah.
You know.
Sadly. No hard feelings.
So anyway, just recircling on that question. So I always worry about people running for city council. Can you take it? Because it is, like I said, people try to pressure you into giving up your ideas. Like, they don't want you to have ideas. Can you stand up to who's let me think. I'll use Martin as an example because he probably won't even be on council with you anyway. He's probably going to win. But Martin is smart and knows everything about the city and is kind of a badass. Can you stand up to Martin and tell him how it's going to be?
I mean, yeah, if I'm
Get
right.
all 5'2" you.
You know what? Get on
Tell
my
Martin
level
how
for
he's
him.
wrong.
No, like if I know I'm right and he's wrong, then yeah, I'll stand up to him. But
Mark Jackson, he's a good example too. He's hardcore to the point, man.
Yeah, he is. Not
Can
saying
you convince Mark Jackson he's wrong?
I don't got to convince anybody. I'll just tell you. I just got to know.
You do.
Why do I have to convince you if it's like
you need that other vote? You got to get that vote. You got to get that guy to vote with you to pass things.
Yeah, you're right. No,
See, I won't bring up like Jerry or Wayne because they're not scary at all.
Not against you guys.
No, they're just not scary. Mark can be scary though. Martin Howe's definitely.
He knows his
He's
stuff.
Intimidating because he knows so much.
Yeah,
he just knows everything.
He really knows.
Like
his stuff,
you can't. You're not going to say, Martin, you're wrong about that. You're wasting time.
He's like, okay, and who are you? I'm like,
right,
hi,
right.
I'm Tamira.
I try to never get into arguments with him because I know I'm probably going to be wrong. So, but yeah, just I think it's a good lesson to stand up for yourself, but also be flexible. Is that possible? You can be
adaptable.
Both. Yeah, you can be both.
Heck yeah.
I feel like I've always been both. Because I'm a jerk and I always have to have my way, but then sometimes I decide I'm wrong later on. It's like, well,
actually.
Yeah, after I stop to think about it and calm down a little bit. It's like,
Oh, my.
So all along the same lines, let's go back to the lady that came and commented at the grant thing. Can you handle public disagreement? Would you be able to look her in the eyes and tell her the real deal?
Yeah,
Unlike the way that council did, all looking down at their desks.
Yeah, they're like...
it's like, oh
my God, look at that. I never noticed that thing before.
Never even noticed.
No, I know I keep mentioning respect, but I think it's just a sense of respect for another person, you know?
Right.
They have questions. How could I not answer them? And how could I not admit when I'm wrong? Like, okay, that's... Maybe it's because I'm just so, like...
So you can change your position on feedback?
Yeah, like...
Right? If you can decide you're wrong halfway?
Yeah, like, I'll admit, and I'm like, okay, who let me do that? I'm wrong, but you know what? Now that I'm wrong, and this is the thing, how do I solve it? How do I fix it? Because if it doesn't get fixed, then nobody's happy.
Right.
Now I'm not happy because now I'm wrong in front of all these people, so I'm making an effort to solve it. So, yeah.
So let's do a little bit of broader thinking. We're almost done, by the way. I'm not going to keep you here for hours and hours. So what do you think you have that makes a good local leader? I'm going to prompt you up on do a commercial for yourself here.
What makes me a good candidate for Clarksburg?
Like, what specifically about you would make you a good local leader?
I believe that I've always been involved in the community. Now, it might not be as loud and proud as a lot of other people, but I've always, been in the background helping the community. I founded the YPWA, the Young Progressive Women's Association.
Oh, you founded that?
I'm not currently part of it now because I grew up and I graduated from it.
Okay.
I
should be running it now if you founded it.
Yeah. We used to always, it's a community-based organization, we give back to the community.
Okay. I've heard of it, but I don't really know.
I don't know what's going on with it right now.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you the update on it, but hopefully good things. But yeah, I've always been hands-on with the community, and I think that's what makes me a good person in this position because I've always cared about it. It's not like, I decided to focus on myself and then came back to the community because I had nothing else. Like, I've always been here. I've always been wanting to grow with it. It made me who I am today. Why not give back? So
nice. So do you think you have, once again, just kind of a broad thought here, do you think you're more like a business mindset or like a public service type mindset? Like which way are you coming into this? Because I think most city council people fall into one or the other.
So I'd like to say, I'd like for the city's end, I'd like to say I'm business. But personally, I'm more of the public service because I'm just, you don't have a city without the people.
Right.
So it's just.
Are you like the volunteer type? You do that kind of thing? You do. Good. Cool.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of both.
There's a balance. There's always a balance.
I hate when people get on city council that have never done anything with business and don't know anything about it. Because I think even like me, like I've had business huge successes and business huge failures, and I learned from both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We use that experience too,
But I haven't always just worked for somebody, So I think that's important. And but I'll give you points for education on that too. So the education kind of puts you in a little bit of, it almost messes up my question on that because you're kind of in a different category a little bit. I don't know.
I don't have the experience, but I have the education.
Yeah, you're kind of in a little bit of a different category. I have to give you extra points, I think. I don't know. So I'm glad you got a little bit of the volunteer mindset too, though. I think you need both. And I think the best people on city council have both. And a lot of people don't have the public service mindset when they first get on there, and then they kind of get it. And that's kind of me. I really didn't have any public service. Like I never volunteered or anything before I was on there. And it kind of like I got involved with more of that kind of stuff after I was around it. You know what I mean? Just never something I was interested in before, I guess. Let's see. We're kind of wrapping up here. So since this is kind of a hard question, but I feel like it's good for you. It gives you a chance to kind of step out of the normal city council type questions, but I was going to ask it anyway. It was already on my list here. So do you think small cities like Clarksburg, we're not super small by West Virginia standards, but we are.
Compared to nationally.
Yeah. Do you think we're overlooked? I even just mean at the state level. Do you think we're overlooked, or do you think that's our fault and we could do better getting the attention?
That's a great question. Yeah. Because I hate to say it, but I think we are overlooked, but I think it's part of our problem as the residents.
It is.
I don't know how to expand on that. I just think we have the duty also to help the city grow, and we just can't be fully dependent on our council, on the government. And I think...
God, you're right on the edge of the word I want you to say. You're right there.
I don't know. It's just...
You described it. The word I was looking for is we need to be proactive. You're right there. Yeah. You're right. You actually described it.
Can
you
just didn't get the
word.
Yeah. You just need to be, I'm going to use it, proactive. It's such a shame because like when I want to go out and do something with friends or with my husband, it's like, there's nothing Clarksburg. I always have to go out, or like when we plan a trip, even we could see all these small historical cities. But I'm like, why can't Clarksburg be like that? So, yeah, I definitely think we're overlooked, but I think it's also part of the residents' responsibility.
Well, and I think it's a lot of the council's fault too. And I'll put myself in that same category because I wasn't good at it either. It's like we need to reach out to the next levels. But like I told you, kind of like the code enforcement thing we talked about. I always felt like I was so buried with the things to do here that I never got to that point. Maybe if I'd stayed on there and ran again, which I didn't even have any, I was so angry when I left there. I didn't ever think I would run for anything again. But you don't get anything as a city if nobody's asking for it. And I think another great weakness that we've had, and if you watch some of my other podcasts, you've already heard me talk about it when Shannon was on here. We didn't have great representation for a while. And I think that's going to change no matter who gets elected next at that level, because we just need someone in there young and same as you. Like, we need somebody in there younger with ideas, not just somebody showing up. Like, we have this problem at all levels of government. Like, we need more term limits at all levels of government. Like, I hate talking about national politics, but term limits are one thing I will always bring up with national politics. People just make a career of it. And
I agree.
They just get so useless at some point. It's like all your good ideas, no matter how great you are, even you're not going to have any good ideas for Clarksburg 8 years in. Like, if you haven't got done 8 years,
I'm throwing the chip in. Like,
it's time to go run for something else.
Yeah.
Maybe you have some good ideas for another position. Like, if you had good ideas for Clarksburg at this point, you would have done it. And that's kind of...
Exactly.
I don't want to talk about anybody in this election. That's kind of how I feel about this election. It's like, let's let some people have a chance here.
I agree.
Let's bring some new ideas in here. Like, I'd like to see something a little different. Like, what we're doing...
Different pizzazz, different flavor,
what
something.
we're doing just isn't working, man. It's just not working. Okay, let's go outside of politics. Tell me something unexpected about you. Just let people get to know you a little bit here.
Yes.
You already just mentioned you were a nerd and you go look at historical cities. I love that.
I read a lot. When I just recently moved, I counted over 250 books. I moved. Terrible moving with books. I would just not do it. I like reading. I play over 6 instruments.
You play 6 instruments?
Yeah, but I mainly play violin, but I prefer to play like classical violin. Like anything like bluegrass and folklore, like any of that stuff, I don't play just because I don't like playing because I'm not good at it. So if I'm not good at it, I don't like it. So yeah. What else? I can speak Spanish. I'm still learning Russian, but it's kind of hard to learn a different language when I don't have anybody to practice with.
Wait, you speak Spanish and you're learning Russian?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to learn a language.
Are you sure you want to be on city council? You're too smart for this.
No. But something simple.
You're going to be in an empty room.
I like coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, I have tattoos. I mean,
you do have a good bit of tattoos. I was trying not to stare.
Yeah, I'm covered. My hands, my arms, my back, my legs. Yeah.
So,
my chest.
Why should voters choose you over the others? One last chance. I'm just letting you talk here tomorrow. Look, I'm going to take myself off screen. It's just you.
It's just me. Weird. Hi, voters of Clarksburg. Why you should vote for me? Let's see. I think I'm the fresh new energy that is needed for this community. So why not give me a chance? You know?
Right.
Let's ruffle some feathers.
I love it. Anything else you want to get in? Because I'm about to cut you off.
No, just, when you go to the polls, remember all the frustration and how the decisions were made without, you being...
Frustration. That's a great word. Good job.
Just think about every time you were upset and take that to the polls with you and just...
Right.
Remember.
That is such a good commercial.
Thank you.
Think about how happy you are with Clarksburg when you go to vote.
Yeah.
And then think about who's to blame. And then pick the ones that aren't.
Yeah, like me, Tamira Rutter for Clarksburg City Council.
So the deadline to register, I think, has already passed. No, April 21st. I actually have that.
Might be next week, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at your screen here. So.
Oh, yeah, if you want daily reminders and
deadline
updates.
to register is April 21st, and the election is May 12th?
May 12th.
May 12th. Yes.
Heck yeah. You better vote. If it's not for me, just practice your right to vote.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I think you will do very well at whatever you do.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Win or lose at Clarksburg City Council, I think you're going to be spectacular.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining me today.
You.
I would vote for you for Senate right now.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And hopefully we're going to have Kevin next week. So tune back in, like and subscribe. Thank you.